Cryonova, fuck me over, left me dying for your love. Cryonova, Cryonova, now you're all I'm thinking of. Cryonova, fuck me over, left me dying for your love. Cryonova, Cryonova, now you're all I'm thinking of. Hey, what's up guys? Cryonova here. This is a video I've been wanting to make for a while now, but I decided to hold out on it since I wanted to get more subscribers first, because who gives a shit about my opinion at this stage. But then I've been talking with a few people on the Discord, and we've been talking about what dinosaurs we liked. What was our favorite dinosaurs? And, well, hearing them talk about their favorite dinosaurs and why they love them so much, it just made me really want to talk about mine. So I decided I'm not going to wait anymore. Here are my top 10 favorite dinosaurs. But before we get into that, of course, we need to put in some honorable mentions, because not all of them made the cut, and I still really, really love these dinosaurs. Anyways, let's go. Okay, so up first on our honorable mentions is Megalosaurus. Now, Megalosaurus is a really cool secret dinosaur, and it is a really strong contender for what may be the coolest Kakushin 3rd secret card. I don't think I need to say more about it. Next up is Utahraptor. And in this case, name a Utahraptor card that looks bad. Yeah, I rest my case. Ankylosaurus. This used to be on the top 10 list, and it was tied with a different dinosaur that's still on it, but this particular dinosaur was just edged out by the dinosaurs still in the top 10 list. Next up is Gigantspinosaurus. This thing is awesome. Deinonychus, one of the OG secret dinosaurs, representing teamwork. This thing is awesome. Allosaurus atrox. It's an elusive fuck that still continues to elude me to this day, but I can still appreciate it. It's a fucking awesome dinosaur. Carnotaurus, a staple in the Dinosaur King franchise. It's awesome. Ankylosaurus, one of my favorite dinosaurs growing up. It's great. And speaking of Ankylosaurus, here's his cousin, Psychania, which has one of the coolest Dinosaur King roars in the entire game. And speaking of cool roars, we have Tyrannosaurus and Procerolophus, who are also here for the same reason. Next up is Megaraptor, and it's a really cool looking wind dinosaur. It's fast, it's sleek, it's colorful, and it's the dinosaur card that started off my Kakushin 6 journey. Honestly, stranger, I get the appeal. Next up is Pentaceratops and Majungasaurus.
It's a Gatling spark! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Bitch! Fuck you.
Yeah, I think that spoke for itself. Anyways, moving on, we have Super Alpha Acrocanthosaurus. And let's be real here. Tor, this is your fault. I only have you to blame for liking this dinosaur so much. Well, that and the photos I take of its figure getting drunk. Moving on, we have Tyrannosaurus and Spinosaurus. Now, I know a lot of people really like these two dinosaurs, and I can't blame them. They are staples not just in the Dinosaur King franchise, but in the community of dinosaurs as a whole. And, well, I would rank them higher, except there are 10 other dinosaurs that I like better than them. Ha! Get fucked. Anyways, finally on our honorable mentions, we have Warhosaurus. Now, Warhosaurus holds a special place in my heart because it's the first ever arcade card I've ever gotten. This dinosaur started off my Dinosaur King journey, and, well, I owe it a lot due to the impact it made in my life. However, that one impact isn't enough to bump it onto the list, as there are other dinosaurs that made a bigger impact in my life. Now, with these guys out of the way, let's get on to the actual list! Well, you made it this far. You got into the actual list. That is if I didn't decide to stall you, which I totally did. Anyways, remember when I said Ankylosaurus was just barely edged out by a dinosaur on this list? Well, Here's that dinosaur right now, because coming in at number 10, we have the AmargaVortex. Now, they're both really cool dinosaurs. I will give this to Ankylosaurus credit. They are both super cool dinosaurs with a lot in common. They're both water types. They're both sauropods. They both have body armor in the form of AmargaVortex's neck spikes and Ankylosaurus's back armor spikes, whatever the fuck you want to call them. And they also have really cool roars that I love listening to. But what gave AmargaVortex the edge is just purely one simple factor: nostalgia. I remember playing as AmargaVortex in the arcade. I remember having its card. I remember playing against it and seeing AmargaVortex use Tragedy of the Sphere. It's just beautiful. Like, this move was made for it. My point being that because I've used AmargaVortex so much, I've had a lot of fond memories with it. Whereas Ankylosaurus, although, yeah, it did exist when I was a child, I never got its card, nor have I used it. So, the nostalgia factor for me just isn't there with Ankylosaurus. Whereas AmargaVortex, it's given me a lot of good times. And, well, it's for that reason that AmargaVortex is my number 10 pick. Alright, my next pick might come as a surprise to some of you. Seems kinda random, but coming in at number 9, we have Neovinator. Let me explain. See, when I got that Warhosaurus card for my first game, I proceeded to continue playing the game, obviously, and I got my ass beat. Because apparently, I suck at rock, paper, scissors. That and reading the game's algorithm. So, little me, deciding not to give up, props on him, decided to insert 10 more tokens, and out came a Neovinator card. Did I win with it? No, I still got my ass beat. Remember, I was still new to the game and I still sucked at rock, paper, scissors. Probably didn't help that I didn't have any move cards either. Well, you may think that this event may have a massive factor to play in the reason I like this dinosaur so much. Emphasis on wood, because for the course of the last decade, I did not give a rat's ass about this thing. So, why is it on the list? Due to recent events, I've seen a lot of gameplay with this thing, and, well, I really began to like it. It started growing on me. And it's not just for nostalgia reasons. It's actually because I liked seeing the little guy kick some ass. In real life, I'm kind of described as someone who's tiny, scrawny, or whatever word you want to throw in. Sure, go for it. Point is, it was really nice to see the little guy kick some ass. And it just made me so happy to see him beat some golds, bronzes, and silvers. And armors. Keep doing you, little guy. Also, you have one of the coolest roars in the game. Or should I say, cries. Either way, you're cool, little dude. Keep doing you, Neovinator. Keep doing you. Things are beginning to get really heated now because coming in at number 8, we have the Saurophaganax. Yeah, we all probably saw this one coming. But what's there not to love? In the arcade, it probably has the highest attack stats of any dinosaur, except for maybe the supers. Then, in the anime, fuck, every one of its appearances were awesome. Whether it be using Magma Blaster, or Steph's new move, Deathfire, fuck Fire Scorcher. It's just fucking awesome. Like, bruh. They knew how cool Saurophaganax was, so they used it to showcase the coolest move in the game. Or at least one of, but yeah, it's very high up there. Off topic. Anyways, the DS game, yeah, it's just more or less an advertisement for Saurophagonax. And speaking of the DS game, the exclusive card for Saurophagonax we got. Fuck, this thing is amazing. The reason why I love this dinosaur so much is because of this card. This card has these little bumps because it's textured and it's supposed to be like you're touching a dinosaur, like you're actually touching a Saurophagonax, and it's so fucking cool. I loved it. What do I mean, loved? I still do. Present tense. It is for these reasons that Saurophagonax has rightfully earned its place on the number 8 spot. Coming in at number 7 is a pretty classic pick, because it's Stegosaurus. And I don't think I need to say much about this thing, because growing up as a kid, it's one of the first dinosaurs I've ever learned about, and it's just really cool. There's plates and a Thagomizer. Really, what's there not to love? I know I say this a lot, but what's there not to love? For real. And also, in recent battles I do with my friends like Aladarr, this thing has served me well. I lovingly named mine London, and, well, London's a beast. Nothing more to say. Coming in at number 6, I'm gonna let Goma introduce this one himself. What's not cool about this thing? Honestly, paired out with Goma's voice acting, there's just no limit to it. Be it the regular super or spectral omega armored Eocharia, doesn't matter, they're all so cool. And not to mention, I managed to pull a super Eocharia from the machine when I went to Japan. This thing is fucking awesome, and anyone who says otherwise, yeah, you're lying. And this is what happens to liars. Coming in at number 5, we got a classic, Lambeosaurus. Yeah, it made me really sad when I found out it wasn't in the anime. But, however, what did make me happy was hearing its arcade cry. Seriously, this is literally the whole reason it's on the list. Its arcade cry. Just... I don't really know what more to say. This cry is just awesome. And using it in Strangers Tournament, yeah, it made me like it even more. Although it wasn't enough to keep it in the second spot. However, it's still on the list, and I will still always love it. By the way, I meant Lambeosaurus lembe, not Lambeosaurus magnicristatus. Lembe is better than magnicristatus. Okay, I'm done with this PSA. Before I proceed with my top 4, I just want to say, these picks are probably the closest ones. They are so tight that I had a really hard time deciding which one I liked more than the other. I even had to switch around my list during the making of this video. But now I think I have a satisfying order. So without further ado, let's move on to number 4. Before I proceed with this one, I want you all to make your guesses. Unless you've already made it on Discord, but even then, feel free to do it in the comments. I want you to guess what my number 1 favorite dinosaur is. Like, they're all so obvious that it's really hard to pinpoint what my favorite dinosaur is, because there are too many obvious choices. But I think you guys might be shocked. You done? Okay. Moment of truth. Number 4. Carcharodontosaurus. Yeah, this one's more or less a recent favorite of mine, and yeah, looking back on this list, I realize now there are a lot of fire types. It's not intentional. And, well, what made me really like Carcharodontosaurus? It's my first rare. The first rare I ever got was a Carcharodontosaurus. And, well, it was not just my first rare. I got it on my 3rd game ever. And I didn't even know it was rare. So yeah, I was that new to the game. But it was so cool. Having a card that was so valuable without even realizing it. And even now, I still have it, just like Wartosaurus and the Ovinator. And it has very little damage on it. I am so proud to have kept this thing in such good condition, and that it has been such a big part of my Dinosaur King life. And for that reason, I love this thing a lot. I want to collect every single version of it there is. And there's no way in hell anyone is gonna stop me. Number 3. That's right, it's Cryolophosaurus. You're all probably wondering, Cryo, this isn't your favorite dinosaur? And to put it simply, no, it isn't. But it is the best channel mascot. Yes, stranger, the best channel mascot. Don't argue with me here. But yeah, this thing is super cool. Pun intended. And well, with the ability to use ass. I'm keeping that. With the ability to use ice to kick ass. Come on. What more do you want in a channel mascot? It's sleek, it's fast, it's cool, it's got a really cool crest. And it inspired my name, this song, and this entire channel really. Without it, there would be no Cryonova. It was first conceived when I was playing Among Us, and I wanted a cool name for my account. Well, it's not, there's really no accounts, but either way, I wanted a cool username, and the first thing I thought of was Cryolophosaurus, so I put that. But it's just, you know, seemed kind of dumb to use a dinosaur name. And then I, later that day, listened to the song Casanova by AliX, and then it hit me. I should merge the two together. It worked perfectly too. So hence Cryonova was created. And it's all thanks to this dinosaur. And then I got to creating the song, stuff like that. It's just a great channel mascot. And I would not choose any other dinosaur to be my mascot. I wouldn't want any other dinosaur to do it. Not even the 2 dinosaurs that I'm about to mention next. And as cool as Cryolophosaurus is, I still like these 2 better. I think. Cryonova, now you're all I'm thinking of. Coming in at number 2 is a recent favorite of mine, and it's the Parasaurolophus. Now you're all probably wondering, Cryo, why do you like this thing so much? And if I were to give you a straight answer, it's because I actually have no fucking clue. Legit, I just woke up one morning and decided, yeah, I think I really like this dinosaur. And then I went on Discord and then I started talking about it and how much I like this thing. Started off as kind of a, you know, this dinosaur's pretty cool, stuff like that. And this sort of spiraled into me becoming low-key obsessed with it, and Carcharodontosaurus, but more so this one. And it just sort of stuck in my brain that I fucking love this dinosaur. I don't know why. I guess I feel really connected to it, like it's a part of me, which it is, by the way. Like, I feel this way, but at the same time, it's sort of sprung out of nowhere. Well, regardless the reason, point is, it's helped me create new friends, helped me create new memories in this community, and I fucking love it for that. And it's just made me realize I probably don't need a good reason to justify me liking something. Like, I like this dinosaur for the sake of liking it, and that's alright. It's for this reason that I like Parasaurolophus. Although, despite that, there is one more dinosaur I like more than this thing, believe it or not. This is it. My number one spot. It isn't Carcharodontosaurus. It isn't Cryolophosaurus. It isn't even Parasaurolophus. Well, what is it? Well, this one holds a very, very special place in my heart. And yeah, it was originally going to be in the number 4 spot, but during the making of this video, I had a long thought about it, and I decided I hold way too much sentimental value and connection towards this particular dinosaur, and I can't take it out of the number 1 spot. So, if I'm going to be completely honest with myself, here is my number 1 pick.
Dino Slash!
Triceratops. More specifically, Chomp. Now, yeah, people haven't really heard me talking about this guy because, well, I've been busy obsessing over Parasaurolophus mostly, but however, believe me when I say this dinosaur, this one Triceratops, holds such a strong place in my heart, especially thanks to my childhood. Well, for starters, it's the face of the franchise, and who wouldn't want a pet Triceratops? I mean, yeah, sure, there are other dinosaurs you'd want as a pet, but the Dinosaur King anime made me really, really want a pet Triceratops. And well, my parents sort of gave that to me. Yeah, they gave me a, I guess, life-sized Chomp plush. I'm not sure if it's actually life-sized, but it's close enough. They gave me this plushie of Chomp, and I fell in love. I took that thing everywhere. If I am just going out to have breakfast with my parents, it's there. On vacation, yeah, you better believe I took Chomp as well. We even gave him a little passport. Like, just, Chomp is someone that holds a lot of value and nostalgia in my heart. And it is for this reason that the little Triceratops takes the number 1 spot. And that brings this video to its conclusion. What did you guys think? Did you agree with my picks? Was it as you expected? Were you shocked? Or did you outright disagree with my opinions? Feel free to talk about it in the comments below. And if it was the latter, well then, fair enough. We're all entitled to our own opinions, and they're bound to differ. So, yeah, I'm not surprised if you disagree with them. So, understand that's why I'm not gonna come at you and say fuck you, or that you're a cunt for disagreeing with me. Just, you know, we all have different opinions, and so long as you don't tell me what dinosaurs I'm supposed to like or force your own opinions on me, we're good. Anyways, thank you all for watching. I'm glad you guys watched this, if you did watch this to the end, because this was something I've been wanting to make for so long, and I finally caved in and did it. So, I hope you liked it. Anyways, thank you all for watching. Again, this is Cryonova. Fuck me over. And I'm signing out. See ya.